Okay.
You're ready, huh?
Just give a thumbs up when you're ready.
You're ready, huh? Okay, I'm Samuel Walker, Master Sergeant, United States Air Force retired. Spent 26 years and 1 month. Sorry about it. Yeah, 26 years and 6 months. But started out as an aircraft electrician working C-130s at Seward Air Force Base in Nashville, Tennessee. Transferred into missile unit. I was the first propellant supervisor to load a Titan II missile at Little Rock. That's after 10 years as an electrician. So I spent 16 years, 5 months at Little Rock Air Force Base. Ended up special assistant to the commander. Still NCOIC of the propellant loading shop. I was the career advisor, complaints NCO, acting first sergeant at one time, and all other extracurricular duties that they felt that they could put on a person. As a matter of fact, when I retired, it took 7 people to replace me. And they split my shop into 5 shops. When I left, I was supervising 65 people and working part-time as a head night manager at the NCO Club. So what else you want to know about me?
Anything particular of your service sticks out that you want to talk about? What was one of the best moments of your service, and then maybe one of the worst?
And I said one of the worst, I spent a year in Saudi Arabia. And that's a place where many people from the South need to go. Primarily because we don't know how well we have it in the USA. Those people are in sad shape. They're the, what you call the haves and have-nots. If you're a member of the royal family, you have it. If you're not, you don't have it. We were training a Royal Saudi Air Force while I was there, and graduated the first pilot in the Royal Saudi Air Force, and that was under King Ivan Saud. Okay. So, being there was strange because those folks, oh Lord, I don't know how to put it. Our job was to get along with the Saudis because all we wanted was the runway. We were still in the Cold War with Russia. Saudi had a runway that was capable of handling the heaviest bombers we had. And as long as we got along with them, we had use of that runway. And Russia didn't like it. Which puts me back at the Titan II program. With the Titan II, that's when the Cold War basically came to an end. Because from Little Rock, we could fire a missile into the front door of the Kremlin by way of the North Pole. That's how, and we could hit within a quarter mile. I would say the biggest miss I've ever seen in a test flight was about 1/4 of a mile, which we flew test flights out of Vandenberg Air Force Base in California to Johnson Island. And when we shut down, I was involved with a Titan II missile that sprung a leak in Beaver Springs. And it woke me up about 3:30 in the morning because of a problem. A very similar problem to the one that blew up at Damascus in about 1980. course, I had retired then, and I've always said that if I was still there, it never would have blown up. Because I had the same situation to develop before. They allowed it to leak too long, which caused the missile to collapse. And of course, the propellants that we used were what they call hypergolic. We were using something that in race cars they used years ago, and they kind of abolished it, and that's hydrazine. You're probably familiar with it. They put a little bit in, but the dimethylhydrazine mixes with an oxidizer, which creates fire. And this was called, because flying a missile out into space, there's no air. You can't have fire without air. So this particular missile collapsed. And when it collapsed and ruptured an oxidizer tank, the fuel and the oxidizer blended, instant fire. Therefore it blew up. Now the one I had, I was able to offload the tank that was ruptured before it collapsed. Because anytime you got a leak in a tank and it's leaking out of the bottom, what happens? It's like a milk carton. If it's leaking at the bottom and it leaks out and you don't open up the top for air to get in, it caves in. That's what happened in 47. So, but that was after I retired. Thank goodness I didn't have anything to do with it. Oh, I could tell you all kinds of stories, but we'll take the rest of the day.
Thank you. Thank you.